Hi everyone and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So I wanted to make this kind of a quick weekly wrap-up video because I've got lots and lots of studying that I need to get done this weekend and plans to make, so I figured I would make this really quick. And this week was an okay reading week for me. It wasn't awful. Last weekend, I read a whole book on Saturday, a whole book on Sunday, and then one book took me all week because I had such a bad week. I think I read only like 2 days this week, and then I finished it this morning. So let's start off with the book I read Saturday, which was Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. And I enjoyed this book. It wasn't the best book in the planet. It didn't like wow me. It had like an okay plot line, which is with Patch and Nora. Nora is just dealing with her normal life, and then this guy Patch just keeps showing up everywhere, and you don't understand really who Patch is, but until the end. But the story has fallen angels in it. It kind of ends on a cliffhanger. Everybody has kind of like a love-hate relationship with this book, and now I kind of see why, because I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I didn't really, I don't know. It was just a weird feeling with this book. But yeah, I obviously must have enjoyed it if I finished it in one day, so if that goes to say anything. And then the second book I read, which was All Day Sunday, was Eve by Anna Carey, and this book was so good too. It's about this girl named Eve, and she's raised in this school where boys and girls are completely kept separate. Like, she hasn't seen a boy and she doesn't know how long. Her mother died from a plague, which is why they have these kind of schools, because almost everybody in this school is an orphan. And one day, like, she finds this friend and she's like trying to escape, and Eve wants to find out, so she swims across the pond to find out that they are actually breeding these girls to have lots and lots of babies. They're actually not going off to do a trade. So Eve in turn finds out, somebody helps her escape, and then it's kind of her dealing with like knowing that everything she's been told since she was 5 is a lie. And the government is after her because she is very important in the eyes of the government. And she meets a guy out there, I'm forgetting his name, Caleb, and she meets this boy, and she's scared of him at first because they are taught to like hate guys, and it's all about that kind of thing. This is a trilogy, and I think this is a great start to it because I honestly started this and finished it in one day, and it was so good. And then the book that took me the longest, which is weird because it was the shortest out of all of them, but I honestly read Monday night, and then I didn't read again until Thursday night, and then I finished it this morning. So I honestly was bad this week with reading, and that was Market Street by Anita Hughes. And I won this in a Goodreads giveaway. It comes out in March. And I like this cover, like, it's so pretty. As you can tell, it takes place in San Francisco, and it is about a girl named Cassie, and she is an heiress to like a Neiman Marcus kind of thing, like a store like that, but it's called Fenton's. Yeah, Fenton. Yeah. And she finds out that her husband has been like slept with this girl, and it freaks her out, so she runs away to go stay with her best friend. And while she's there, her mother's after her to start this food emporium at the bottom floor of the store. And because she's obsessed with food and vegetables and things like that, it's like right up her alley. And there she meets a boy, and not a boy because they're in their 30s. She meets a man named James who is engaged to somebody else, and he's just kind of there. And there's times where I was like, man, I kind of wish she was with James. Like, even though like she's married, she's been married to Aiden for 10 years and stuff. I was kind of rooting for him, but I was also rooting for Aiden. I couldn't decide what I wanted. And in the end, I was happy with what happened. But I liked that, how it kind of made you torn, because sometimes love triangles, you're like, well, obviously I like this guy, but I like them both. So, I really enjoyed the story. It was a nice romance with some heartache, and it was just really good. And it's short, 277 pages was this copy's version. But I really enjoyed this book. So if you were like a romance junkie, I would totally pick this up when this comes out in March. And that's all I read this week. And chances are my next weekly wrap up is probably going to be even smaller if I even get to finish anything. If I don't finish anything, I'll probably just make a video showing like this is what I'm reading, because my test is on Saturday of next week and I'm so nervous, so I'm probably going to be trying to study and try to juggle my life all at the same time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick weekly wrap up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.